Welcome to Penny for Your Shots, conversations and cocktails with brilliant women. I'm your host, Penny Fitzgerald, and I believe the best stories are the ones shared over a glass of wine or a cocktail. Each week, I sit down with women who've said yes to building something meaningful, often after years of putting everyone else first. We talk business, big dreams, and the mess in between. And of course, a few favorite drinks. So grab a glass, get comfy, and let's pour ourselves into Penny for Your Shots. Hello, my friend, and welcome back to Penny for Your Shots, conversations and cocktails with brilliant women. I'm Penny Fitzgerald, and today I thought I'd do something just a little bit different. This isn't a guest conversation, and it's not quite a solo coaching episode either. Think of it as a little sneak peek, a come sit with me for a minute because I have so many fun things to tell you kind of episode. Because there's a lot happening over here at Penny for Your Shots, and when I step back and look at all of it, I realize it really does all come back to the same thing. Women connecting, women remembering who they are, women trying something new, having fun, giving themselves permission to stop waiting. And honestly, that's what lights me up. So today I want to share a little bit about what's coming up on the podcast, what I'm building behind the scenes, and a few things I'm very, very excited about. First, I'm going to be interviewing the founder of LEGS. That's Ladies Executive Golf Society, and I'm so excited for this conversation. If you've been around here for a bit, you know I recently joined LEGS, and I love what they're doing and what they stand for. The founder saw what so many of us have probably noticed for years. Men have been building relationships on golf courses forever. In fact, it's the reason I started golfing so many years ago. The business relationships, friendships, mentorship, opportunities, and confidence. And she thought, why aren't more women getting access to that same kind of connection? So she created LEGS as a way to help women build confidence on and off the course. And I love that because it's really not about golf, right? I mean, yes, golf is fun and it's a big part of it, but it's also about walking into a space where you maybe don't feel quite comfortable yet and doing it anyway. It's about learning something new, building relationships, not waiting until you feel good enough to show up. Sound familiar? That theme comes up over and over again in my world, and I know you know it well. So I'm really looking forward to that conversation, and I think you're going to love it too. Whether you golf, you don't golf, want to golf, or have absolutely no desire to ever pick up a club in your life. Because the bigger conversation is about confidence, connection, and giving women more spaces where we belong. Another conversation I'm absolutely stoked about is with my urologist, Dr. Sarah Norris. Yes, you heard that right. My urologist is coming on the podcast. Wait, women have urologists? We do now. And listen, I know that might not sound like the most glamorous cocktail conversation at first, but I promise you this is going to be such an important one. Did you know there's a connection between urinary symptoms and hormones? Did you know that many symptoms we write off as normal aging, and more annoyingly, normal aging for women can be alleviated or even eliminated? Dr. Norris specializes in menopause health, including hormone replacement therapy, and she's going to help us unpack some of the myths, fear, and flat out falsehoods that are out there. Because for way too long, women have been told to just deal with it. Women's bodies have not been studied, and menopause relief has definitely not been a priority. For many years, if we've been told anything at all, it's been to just push through. Just be grateful. Just accept that this is what happens. Just go quietly. And you know how I feel about that. No, thank you. I believe, and Dr. Norris believes, that women have so much life left to live. We have so much wisdom to share. We have so many dreams still in us. And it's never too late to feel better, to learn more, to ask better questions, and to advocate for ourselves. There are many things so many of us have been silent about for way too long. Things we whisper about with girlfriends, sometimes, but maybe haven't felt comfortable bringing up anywhere else. Things our mothers never talked about. And I want this podcast to be a place where we can talk about those things in a hopeful, honest, and helpful way. Because you know we have things to say. We're not going to disappear. We're not going to shrink. And we will not go quietly into that good night. We get to understand our bodies. We get to ask the questions. And we get to feel good. We get to keep creating, connecting, laughing, learning, and doing the things that light us up. So, yes, I am very excited about that conversation. Phew! And speaking of things that light me up, Wine Camp is just under 2 months away. How in the world did that happen? I feel like I've been talking about Wine Camp forever, and now it's right around the corner. And I'm so looking forward to it. Wine Camp is about so much more than wine. Although, let's be honest, the wine is going to be fabulous. But really, Wine Camp is about women coming together to connect and reconnect. It's about the friendships. It's about getting away from the day to day for a little bit. It's about learning new things, laughing a lot, sharing stories, and giving ourselves a minute to breathe. My hope is that the women who come to Wine Camp leave feeling refreshed and recharged. Or totally spent. Their call. Because we are going to have fun. We'll be tasting amazing wines, learning from people who know their stuff, enjoying the Finger Lakes and spending time together, and creating those kinds of memories that you really can't manufacture. They happen when women feel comfortable enough to show up as themselves. And at the time I'm recording this, I still have 6 spots open. I would love to fill them with women who are ready for this kind of experience. You don't have to be a wine expert. You do not have to come with a big group. You don't have to know anyone ahead of time. You just have to be open to connection, adventure, and probably a little bit of shenanigans. Okay, be more than a little bit. And then there's the Sipper Club, which has truly become one of my favorite things. Sipper Club is where we build relationships through connection and cocktails. Every month, I create a cocktail recipe and send out the ingredient list, and then we get together on Zoom to make it together. And yes, the cocktails are fun. I love playing with flavors and creating something special for the group. But the best part is what happens around the cocktails. It's become this community of women who just get each other. We laugh, we catch up, we talk about real life. We celebrate our wins, we share stories, we make cocktails. Sometimes we make substitutions. Sometimes things don't go exactly as planned. And honestly, that might be even better. It's not fancy or intimidating. It's not about being perfect. It's about the connection. And I love that so much. I really do believe that women need more spaces where we can just show up, be ourselves, and have a little fun. No pressure, no performance, just good conversation, a good drink, and good people. And that brings me to my latest project, which is Poor Decisions with Penny and Jeff. And yes, that's poor, Pour, because of course it is. Jeff and I have been making poor decisions together for more than 20 years. We love cocktails, trying new things, riffing on recipes, and making food and drinks for people we love. And here's the funny thing. During the pandemic, I had this idea I wanted to make cocktail videos with Jeff. I wanted us to create drinks, bring some fun, share recipes, and just spread a little joy. And then I sat on that idea for 6 years. 6 years, which is a little ridiculous, but also very human. Because sometimes the ideas that keep nudging us are the ones we put off the longest. Not because we don't care about them, but because we overthink them. We tell ourselves we don't know how to do it yet. We wonder if anyone will watch. Oh God, what if people watch? We think it needs to be more polished. We wait until we have the perfect setup, the perfect name, the perfect plan. And then one day you realize, good grief, just make the thing. So we finally did. We've recorded a handful of episodes, and as of this afternoon, the afternoon this podcast episode airs, we are publishing the first few videos. And I'm so excited. Poor Decisions with Penny and Jeff will be on YouTube, and it's going to be a mix of cocktail recipes, variations on classics, flavor experiments, spirit reviews, tips, and probably a decent amount of Jeff and me just being Jeff and me. Sometimes we'll make a classic cocktail and show our spin on it. Sometimes we'll take a flavor profile or a fruit, like watermelon maybe, try it with some different spirits, different herbs, different citrus, and see what works. We probably will go with what's fresh in the garden for inspiration at times. Sometimes we'll make up something brand new. Sometimes we'll talk through how to use a certain spirit, how to store ingredients, or how to put things together without making it complicated. We may do food pairings with recipes we love. We may even do a fridge cleanup cocktail or recipe because we love those and we hate wasting food. The first episodes you'll find this afternoon include martinis 2 ways, Negronis 2 ways, and spicy palomas, which is my own recipe that I shared with my Sipper Club. And coming soon, we'll be doing old fashions and some fun variations on those. Through it all, our goal is simple: have fun, share what we love, spread a little joy with our friends. That's it. We'll see where it takes us. And honestly, that feels like such a perfect example of what I talk about all the time. You do not have to have the entire roadmap mapped out before you start. You do not have to know exactly where something is going. You do not have to wait until it looks perfect. Sometimes you just follow that nudge. Try the thing, record the video, book the trip, join the group. Say yes to the conversation. Make the cocktail. For Pete's sake, make the cocktail. Let yourself have fun again. Please, please let yourself have fun again. And maybe that's really the thread through all of this. Legs is about women building confidence and connection in spaces where we haven't always been invited. Dr. Norris is going to help us understand our bodies and remind us that we do not have to go quietly. Wine Camp is about stepping away, connecting with women, learning, laughing, and letting ourselves be poured back into. See what I did there? Sipper Club is about building relationships, one cocktail and one conversation at a time. And Poor Decisions with Penny and Jeff is about finally bringing a long-held idea to life. Not because it's perfect, but because it's fun. And because joy is worth making space for. So that's what's ahead. More conversations with brilliant women, more connection, more cocktails, more courage, more joy, and probably more than a few poor decisions. If any of this sounds like something you want to be a part of, come find me. If Wine Camp is calling your name, I'd love to have you join us. If Sipper Club sounds like your kind of happy hour, come sip with us. And if you want to see what Jeff and I have been up to, go check out Poor Decisions with Penny and Jeff on my Penny for Your Shots channel on YouTube. The first episodes are going live this afternoon, and I would love for you to watch, subscribe, and maybe even make a poor decision right along with us. You can find info and join me on all of this on my website, pennyforyourshots.com. Thank you for being here. Thank you for cheering on these ideas. And thank you for being part of this community of brilliant women who keep reminding me that it's never too late to try something new, to follow the nudge, and to have a little more fun. Cheers, my friend. That's a wrap on this episode of Penny for Your Shots. If you loved today's conversation, don't let the inspiration stop here. Get my weekly insider updates straight to your inbox. It's where I spill behind-the-scenes goodies, exclusive tips, and all the fun stuff I don't always share on the podcast. Sign up now at pennyforyourshots.com/insider. I'll see you in your inbox next Thirsty Thursday. Cheers!